Hi, 2264. This is Dr. Ang. Wanted to take a couple seconds here, a couple moments to review the syllabus with you, should you have any questions. So if you want to go ahead and pull that up, you'll see that there's actually a tab there that references the syllabus. So you can click on that and we will dive in here to the syllabus. 2264 Nursing Science. It's a 4-hour course and it's every Monday and Friday from 10 to 11:50. So it immediately follows Applied Science, which is from 8 to 10. This one is basically from 10 to noon. You can see my contact information there. It has my office as well as my extension there, but probably one of the better ways to access me is going to be to email. So there are certain days that I'll be out in clinical, and there's certain days that I'm in class. I also teach in other courses. So if you could email me is probably the best bet. If you don't hear from me within 24 hours, please send a follow-up, or you can, I have my phone listed there as well. I don't mind during business hours, you can text me there as well, if you don't hear a response from an email, because I want to make sure, it is my goal to have a timely response to you. So if you don't hear from me, you are more than welcome to follow up with a text to confirm that I got that, because I want to get responses to you in a timely manner. You can see the next section here is going to be the textbooks, course materials. You can go through that, and we come down to course overview for 2264, conceptual framework implementation. The purpose of this course is to provide the student with the knowledge, the nursing knowledge specifically, to integrate with content from 2254, which is applied science. So these are going to work kind of hand in hand for application in the nursing care of well individuals and individuals with simple health disruptions. We're building a foundation here. So the content focuses on use of nursing process, Roy's adaptation model, to promote adaptation across the lifespan. You will see a little tab here that goes over the learning outcome, the SLO, student learning outcomes. You can browse through that if that's of interest for you. It just basically is showing why we have this content, and that there really is an overall picture and point to this. So each content and how the classes are laid out within each of these courses, it's very strategic into your success in the program. Methods of teaching and learning. There will be, the beauty of integrative programs are each faculty will come with their expertise and which manners and methods that they find are going to be most beneficial for that content. So there should be no two classes that are alike. There will be different topics. They'll come with different ways of presenting their material. So you'll get to know that as we go, and as the program unfolds, you'll see what each professor likes to bring and how they like to present that material. Some will have PowerPoints, some will not. Some will go a little bit deeper with certain information. Some will encourage you to go and find that and come with questions. But overall, you want to be familiar. You want to go into that course content, and you want to find the information and review. So do your readings, any additional resources that faculty member has worked hard to provide for you. You're going to want to be familiar with that prior to that class period. So it's a very unique approach in the integrative program. So just be aware of that, and then open up that file underneath that class to know what to expect and how best to be prepared. So the evaluation, how do you earn your grade in 2264? There are a total of 4 exams, 1, 2, and 3, and then there's a final exam. One obviously will be all new content, but then as we go through 2, 3, and then the final, you're not only going to have new content, we're going to be pulling it along with it, some of that comprehensive material that you will be familiar with, hopefully. So it's critical that when you take an exam, that aspects that you did not feel strong in, you're going to want to go back and revisit that and find out where maybe the weaknesses are. Because again, you're building a solid foundation for your future nursing courses. So if there's something that you don't understand, I'd like to encourage you to go to that faculty member, go and review again in Blackboard, and Harvey find some additional resources that are going to help solidify that information for you. So there will be that comprehensive material along with that new information, the new content on the exams. And then that will equal a total of 100%. So there is not additional work that you can do. So I encourage you to start strong, establish that grit, and keep going till the very end. Since there's only 4 exams and only 4 opportunities to try to earn the grade that you desire in the course, there's not really time to take a dip and try to climb back up out of that hole. So I just encourage you to start strong and stay the course. Ask questions and get help when you need it. If there's something you're struggling with, ask early. Don't wait till the end, would be my advice. You'll see the grading scale there of how for A, B, C, D, it is required that you get a 70%. I like to say this up front. If you have a 69.5, that is not passing. And if you'll see here in the syllabus, there is no rounding. This is something that I'm going to make sure that everyone, I'm going to reiterate this to you and make sure that you see that. And there's also, I'm going to ask the first day of class, I'm going to need to validate that everyone has read and reviewed thoroughly the syllabus. And this is one of the critical components, that you realize that there is no rounding in your nursing courses. Specific to 2264, one of the very first introductions you're going to have to ATI is going to be with the critical thinking exam. So I'm going to need you to go on and establish an account with ATI, because our very second week, so Monday, January 25th, we have an ATI exam. And that is from 12:30 to 3. So prior to that, I need you to go on and establish an account with ATI and write down that username and password so you can have that, because you're going to be starting your ATI career, if you will. We're starting it now with critical thinking, and we're going to continue to build on that. And this is going to be another vehicle that's going to aid in your success, not only through the program, but also for NCLEX. So very important that you do that. You can read through a little more detail regarding ATI, and there will be additional information that will be presented to you regarding that. Let's see. Class attendance and participation. So given the current climate, some of our classes have been either hybrid, collaborate. We are trying to get back face-to-face, where we can ideally have our entire cohort in the classroom together. But until we get that, whatever the case may be, whatever day on the calendar, and we're going to try to let you know as we get that information. Is it going to be strictly online? Is it going to be collaborate, where some will be in the classroom and some will be joining us virtually, or will everyone be able to be in the class? We're going to try to communicate that information early to you, but regardless of the format for that day, it's imperative that you plug in and you grasp that content and that information. So again, stay up to date with what's going on Harvey. Continue to check those folders. It's our goal as faculty to, one, class period prior to have the information up. So if I teach on Monday, by Friday, I'm going to have that information up for you. That is the goal. If I teach on Friday, then by the previous Monday, I'm going to try to have that information up so you have time to prepare. And then when that class period comes, even if it's not in person, you're going to have that information prepared and available for you at that time during that class period. So you can read through some of this. It's talking about classroom, if we are in class, cell phone usage, just basic classroom respect for everyone's ultimate learning, for their success. There typically will be, when you take an exam, you will have a period of time immediately following that exam to review that exam. You're not able to take notes or take any obviously no cell phones, no photographs, anything like that. But you will have a brief time to review and see what you missed and hopefully why you missed it, so that you can go back and revisit that information. That is, the exam review is something that we do like to offer if we get into any challenges with that. Sometimes we've had to temporarily pull that back. So that is a privilege for you to be able to review those exams. So hopefully you will find that of benefit. Final exam, please do not schedule any travel. Do not and as well as other exams as well. For the first three and the final, please do not schedule any. If it's not a TU sanctioned event, then there are no excuses to be able to take it early, to reschedule it. You're expected to take it when when the entire class takes the exam. So please be aware of that. We've had some situations that get a little bit hairy, because if it's not a TU sanction, then you do not have that excused. So communicate early if you anticipate a problem. If there are health-related issues, then they will require a doctor's note, and also you'll need to communicate that early if for any reason that you're unable to take the exam. Even classes, if you're symptomatic and something that is come up, please communicate that early with your faculty so that we can help you make arrangements and help you to be successful in the course. Academic misconduct, please visit this as well when it comes to papers, exams, anything related. If you're sharing information regarding the exam with students coming behind you that may not even be in the nursing program, as you go through the program, we encourage you not to discuss specific content related to the exams with other students. And we go as much as not even with other students that are in your same cohort. Some students, for health reasons or TU sanctioned events, may not have taken the exam, and the discussion, it's very important that you realize the discussion of any content related to the exams is considered academic misconduct. So you can see here that the consequences to that are very serious. We take that very serious here at TU. So I want to make sure you realize that plagiarism, cheating, counterfeit work, stealing, falsifying, all these things, please visit this, because when you review the syllabus, then we are going to take that you have comprehended this and you understand thoroughly the definition of academic misconduct and the consequences that apply therein. So, Center for Student Academic Support Services, this is if you foresee any challenges that you want to work through your provider. And then this service, they have a lot of resources from a lot of different angles. So if you should deem necessary, then please access these resources as well. Then sexual misconduct, you'll be able to look on here, the Title IX information. There's numbers there if you need any of that as well. Please reach out. If you can think of anything that is any questions or concerns whatsoever, please direct those to me. And again, Dr. Ang, for course coordinator for 2264. Thank you.